What if you could turn your own name, logo, or crazy idea into a wearable chain? In this video, I'll show you how to create a custom hype chain design that's ready to 3D print. Alright, so first thing you want to do is go out there and find yourself a picture you want to make a chain out of, a logo or a picture, and just save it to your desktop. And then we're going to go out here to a SVG converter. So I like to go to convertio.co. You choose your file and you upload it to the program. Once it's here, you're going to want to convert it to a .svg file. This allows us to bring it into your CAD program and be able to layer it out and everything, as you'll see coming up here in a minute. So once it's uploaded, it'll go ahead and convert it over. Then you just want to download it to your computer. Alright, once it's downloaded, it'll save off in your downloads or wherever you have your file saving locally. You want to go ahead and open up Fusion or whatever CAD program you use. Alright, once you have Fusion open, I always like to go ahead and create a rectangle for reference size. So I like to make my chains anywhere from 6 to 8 inches. So I'll go ahead and create a rectangle that is 7 by 7 to give me a good starting point once I bring in the logo to be able to have it about the size I want it. Yeah. So once you have that, you're going to go up to your insert and go to insert SVG. Browse through your folders and find wherever you saved it at. You're going to go ahead and open it up, and once it opens up, you can resize it and place it wherever you need to. So I just kind of eyeball it here and get it close. So this is where that reference square comes in handy. Alright, then go ahead and place it there. Then once I do that, I don't need these reference lines anymore, so I'll just get them out of the way because they're no longer needed. And as you saw, whenever I bring it in, it didn't give me all of the extra lines that I have, so I'm going to go ahead and offset this so it does look like the logo. Sometimes the SVG will be missing lines or have extra lines, and you may have to clean it up a bit like I'm doing here. So we're going to go ahead and offset this until it looks about right to me. We don't have to be precise, it's just making a hype chain, you know, we don't have to be 100% accurate. So I'll offset those two, then I'll go ahead and offset the middle. Alright, so once you have those done, what we're going to want to start doing is extruding this out to give it thickness. So I'll go ahead and extrude this, the outside of it right now. I usually like to go about 0.3. Once you do that, you need to turn your sketch back on because it'll turn your sketch off. And that's no fun because then you can't see it. So you turn the sketch back on so you can see, and then you start extruding your other layers. All my layers I extrude a few thousandths different, so I did 0.3 on the outside, 0.305 on the next one, then 0.31 on the inside. That comes in handy once you're in Bambu Studio to be able to distinguish between layers and paint them different colors. If they're all the same height, sometimes I recognize it only as one layer, and then you can't distinguish between the two layers to get them different color. So once you've extruded these, you go ahead and you're pretty much done at this point right here once you extrude it all. And then we just double check it, make sure everything looks good. We'll go ahead and save it, and then what you want to do is go to File, Export, name it whatever you want, and we're going to export it as a .3mf file. Here comes the export right here. Just navigate through until you find a 3MF. And then we'll go ahead and export it. So now it's time to go to Bambu Studio and pull it in and start having the fun and painting everything and making it the logo come to life. So you go ahead and click the very first button there, or go to File, New, find your file and open it up. And there it is on your Bambu Handy, showing it on your build plate and how it's going to look once it's printed out. So from here we can select it. We can select whatever layer we want to start with, go up to the paint tool and start painting it. If you look here, I'll go ahead and double check the logo just to make sure the colors I got, I can remember the right order to color these. So get back into Bambu here and we will get painting. I always like to do the bucket and then do edge detection, so it'll actually just fill it in completely for you if you have an edge. So go ahead and fill in all the colors to your different layers. I'm having trouble finding this one here. There it goes. Alright, now you're pretty much done creating the logo here. You got everything you need. You have it all extruded, you have it painted. The only thing we need to do next is go ahead and put a loop on there for the chain to actually connect to. So we'll go ahead and get ready to do that process. And that process, we don't have to do it in CAD. We do it strictly here in Bambu by adding a torus on there, is what it's called. Go ahead and right click, and you go down to add part, and we're going to add a torus, it's called. And it's giving me some errors here, so I just have to clear those out because it's saying it's floating and off the plate there. So I'll go ahead and size this kind of till it just looks decent, looks like a good size to go on the chain without looking too gaudy or too small, too big. There it is, and I go ahead and just adjust this however thick I think it needs to be. I usually go like 3 or 4 millimeters. So once you have about the size you want, you just go ahead and place it on there and pull it until it goes inside your part. You can see where it's digging into my part there. That's exactly what we want, because then it will just print and connect to the part exactly like it looks like here. Once we slice it, it'll be there and it'll be ready to attach to the print. I just like to double check my settings here and go and add supports, because that torus will be on the middle of the part, so just want to add some supports underneath it to make sure that it's got the supports it needs while it's printing. We go ahead and slice it. Once we slice our item, we can see everything's good there. We're ready to print. So that's how you go ahead and create your own hype chain and print it out. So if you have any questions, shoot me a message if you need help with anything, and I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe this to keep making something cool with me.